Hey everybody, it's Anna from Astralladytarot. Welcome back. This is the follow-up video for my hashtag tarot as oracle, where I try to read tarot cards as oracle cards. If you've missed the video, I will link it somewhere. I've tried reading my tarot cards over the course of weeks and filming the readings as affirmation, as advice, really pushing the intuition, which obviously isn't the best way to go about intuition in the first place, in my opinion. It was a different kind of work. It was fun to do overall, but on the other hand, I'm kind of glad this personal challenge of mine is over. It was more of a roller coaster than I expected, but without further ado, here are my musings. Okay, check it out. For today, I picked this one card, the Queen of Discs of the Thoth deck. With this idea in mind, this is going to be an oracle reading. And just what I get from looking at the artwork without trying, of course, I'm tricking my brain, without acknowledging this card as the Queen of Discs, is the message: you are safe. You have everything you need right at your fingertips. And all you need from this safe space is a clear vision of your goal. And the path to that goal is right open, is right there for you. And you're looking into the distance and seeing that it's not that far, it's not that difficult, it's not that heavy. You are ready to face the challenges, and you're ready because you're strong and energized. Or if you're not, because trying to read it in context of obviously at the moment I am a little bit under the weather. If you're not, make sure that you actually do take the time to energize, so that again you are strong, you have energy, and you have this clear view of everything that lies ahead. But for now, it's an affirmation that I'm safe and I have everything that I need. I mean, don't you get that from this image? And this is, of course, a part of the Queen of Discs. But to be honest, I never read it as this type of affirmation. So there, just a little insight for today. Nice. I pulled the 8 of Cups from the Ritual Tarot today. And intuitively, this is about what I don't want. See how she has that hand right there in this pose that suggests rejection almost. So it's about leaving something behind. And I know this is very much 8 of Cups meaning, but it is what you see, right? Then there's this other detail that I noticed. This big mountain in the back is made out of a photo of trees. So it's almost as if that thing that is in your way and that holds you back is growing. That's what it feels like. And it's representative of how you don't want to live your life. So the meaning here, the message I got was: choose the seemingly impossible path. Let things go. Don't let it live your life. You're the one making the decisions, right? By choosing the impossible, there's a lot of pressure in daily life. And here the feeling I get is saying no to that pressure, saying no to the things that are expected of us, saying no to all of those annoying choices, options that actually keep us imprisoned. Why do we need so much of everything? It's an overwhelm. And there's an immense amount of pressure that comes with that, an emotional payment. So saying no and staying serene with her cloak or her veil, it's almost as if she is shielding herself. And then again with the hand gestures, saying no. I no longer want to participate in this, and I'm going to do my own thing because this doom, huge mountain is pressuring me and it's growing. And all you have to do is awaken, open your eyes, and let it go. Say no.
Young and old energy belong together. They always work together. There isn't any good young energy without the knowledge of the old. You need the history, you need the lessons, you need the knowledge. And there isn't any old knowledge that's good without the young energy. You need the enthusiasm, you need to aim high, you need to want to do more and want to know everything. We're never done learning wherever we are in life. So there.
Ritual Tarot, Temperance card. I pulled this as I was speaking to some tarot friends. Posted about this on Instagram, so that's how old this footage is. It won't be too old, I'm sure. Maybe a few weeks. Um, the thing I got from this card, this is of course a major, is you are in a safe space and you are free to confide in these wonderful people. It's the word confide in them, that really got me. That really made me see this card in a different way, because temperance, or art, the art of alchemy, of mixing fire and water, the two holiest elements, two halves make a new whole, that whole thing, I don't know, confiding is something that came up naturally, and I can't really explain why. Maybe it's the dove and the heart, and just of course the fact that it's supposed to represent an angel of some sorts. So it's very pure and high energy. Um, anyway, that's really what that talk felt like. I drew this card at the beginning of the talk, and as we were talking, just women, conversing about life and our experiences, there was so much overlap and so many things that we recognized in each other's story, and I really feel we got closer together. So, definitely safe space, definitely trust there, and mutual respect. And yeah, I was able to confide in you girls, so thanks so much. You know who you are. Anyway, I drew Temperance, and I'm not supposed to, with this challenge, to think of it as temperance. And truly, as I was reading it, interpreting it, I wasn't. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just really loved that moment because it was real. Okay. I've decided to mix it up a little bit for today and use the wildwood. I drew balance. And is it focusing? I'm not sure. Anyway, the word balance is immediately giving me the fact that I am feeling overwhelmed from work that I fortunately love to do, but that's why I am constantly, it seems, between being overworked and I don't even know what the other side of that is, being in balance, I guess. Being fine with all of the responsibilities that I took upon myself starting this year, this season. So yeah, I do definitely see it work related, but also personal life. I mean, I love my job, dance teacher, and yeah, being in charge of most of the classes I give this year. Love every bit of it. But it's true, with all of those new responsibilities and things to do outside of regular working hours, um, it does take a toll on my health. I'm constantly sick. It's not just the fact that I work with kids, and they get up really close in your face. It really is also just the workload that I took on. But I do feel it's it's working. I do feel I'm doing my best, and I'm not overdoing something. I feel I am in control, and of course there will be some stress at the end of the year, because we have a performance planned. This is fully my own doing, but it's also because keeping in mind what my lovely students want and have been wishing for years. So it's just me giving them, what they want, and it's also something that I love to do. But in here, I do see that, it's giving me work-life balance energy, yet I don't really like that way of looking at things. Um, my work is part of personal life almost. There's no off switch, and that is, of course, what what what's it called? What people experience when they really truly love their job. It's a never ending work thing. So this card is here to remind me that when I decide, or rather, I have to make the conscious decision on some days, maybe Sundays, right? One day of the week, that I don't work. I don't think about work. I'm not making lists, either physical on paper or in my head. I'm not thinking about the responsibilities that I have and the things that need to be done, because I do that every single day of the week, and just I have to pick one day to recuperate, right? No list making, nothing. Because I do need to recharge, and it's apparent to me that we got Temperance twice now. Yeah. Okay. Here is the Two of Cups. I mean, I just used my centennial for this because I was at the store doing tarot readings all day. And I think this is going to be the last one card reading of the bunch. But I read this one intuitively too, and I was in kind of a cheeky mood, so I posted it on Instagram. And it says, if you believe in yourself no matter what, all the naysayers become irrelevant, not non existent, but simply in the category of it doesn't matter, and that's okay. We can be friends when you open your mind a bit. Hope to meet you again in a later, more fulfilling stage in your life. Ooh, I clearly had someone in mind, didn't I? The shade, the shade. Um, just to inform you, it was a memory that plagued me from a few years ago, so it's nobody that's in my life right now. Anyway, this was the Two of Cups. It's late, so that's a warning right there. But I got tired reading for myself and doing one card readings, so I'm going to use the decks I haven't used yet. See if I can do a reading for you watching, for us together. I think a collective one is fun, and we can pull several cards to see how that is. Maybe use two or more decks. Let's start with Toth. Even though started this video with it, I believe it's good with the keywords or titles. All right, so this isn't a keyword or title card, but this to me is giving very much astral realm. Communicate with well, between the earthly realm and the astral realm, soaring through those other worlds. How about that? Let's see if we can get a card with a word on it. All right. Are we ever gonna get there? Maybe not. Toth really doesn't want to cooperate with this challenge, does it? Well, of course, Queen of not supposed to see her as such. This is the second queen, though, from Toth. This is ultimate feminine power, but in this very active role. Actually, I also see a lot of destruction, almost like demolition. Like she's just sitting there. Actually, she's the one who made something explode. And she's the one who started the fire. And she's just there admiring her work. And this fire is, of course, well, let's just say that it is of course symbolic. Okay, one word card. Come on, come on. Abundance. Okay. And it's a beautiful fountain. Oh, wow. This is the abundance of being grounded, but also being able to touch the astral realm, to touch spirit, right? To be in touch with this other world. And that is the true abundance of a human experience, you might say. Don't you think there's something in there for us? How about we pay some more attention to our place in that cosmic net of stars, and we see what we can create and destroy at the same time and feel really good about it because we make the rules, and I see pure confidence actually here. And that is what makes us see the beauty and the connection and the flow. And I think this is also a type of achievement already. This doesn't feel very intuitive, does it? I mean, well, actually, let me explain what I just did, because this might be so boring to watch. I don't know. Let's see if it makes it into the video. Thing is, I'm really actually just looking at the artwork and then adding the abundance word there. It sounds, I realize that it sounds quite a lot like any old Thoth reading. Let's see if we can add some crow's magic to this. This is, of course, a crazy deck. I believe every card has keywords, though. Let's see. This is a intent and hunger, protection work, right? Against those thorns in the background, and then that sword, which is a weapon, let's not forget. We need to have our strengths. We need to have our weapons ready to protect what we love and to reach our full potential. Intent and hunger. And that was intent, right? The intentions we set. So, practical advice, sort of practical, is walk around this earth with this feeling as if you already own, already have achieved what you wish to attract. That is one of the ways you can use intention in your daily life. You do that, and actually you can amplify it at the altar or by visualizing or pulling cards on it or journaling or whatever your practice looks like. You can amplify that. And hunger is, I feel, the wish to do more, to receive more, to get more, and not in the sense of unhealthy, but more in the sense of, you know what? You deserve better. You deserve this beautiful thing. You deserve this beautiful feeling. You deserve to reach your goals and further than that. So it's almost giving us think big. I also see hunger and thirst, right? Because I'm sure those pomegranate uh, cups would attract some lovely birds to eat the seeds, but also to have a bird bath and to drink a little bit, quench your thirst. In a sense, also, that's a part of that protection in abundance, protection in the good things, not focusing on the negative, but actually focusing on the positive, the things you already have, right? The things that already protect you, the beautiful, true, lovely things. And also the health. This is healthy. You know what I mean, isn't it? I mean, it's fruit and water. And it's taking care of yourself, self-worth, and self-love. Oops. Okay. Ah. See, now cards aren't cooperating. I'm asking for animal energy, I'm getting this. Keyword being decision. I do like that night sky, starry sky, because it's bringing the whole reading full circle regarding the astral. It's almost as if the guy's being electrocuted by holding those two wands, right? Those two bows. They're on fire, and it's really giving fire energy. So, first of all, with those bare feet on the ground and fire, I know fire, it can represent spirit, and even without knowing that, it does look very fifth element spiritual, right? Again, the communication below, above. You are the conductor here. That bridge, standing in that doorway between the one and the other world. The determination in his face. Decision, it's giving me don't take no for an answer, even from yourself. Because you have this and you deserve this and you want more of those types of experiences in life, right? So that is what we're attracting. It's all pure and good, all the good stuff. Then there's also this. And this is the dedication. This is the decision. Once you made the decision to bring something into your life, you know that you have to also be dedicated to it, that you actually have to promise yourself you will do everything within your power, within reason, or not. You know, we can get a little crazy sometimes, but you can do everything in your power to make that happen. And in your power, that is earthly and spiritual. And they're not different, they are very much connected. But we need that distinction in order to do things right on every level. And in order to be aware of what we're doing, of what we are actually sending out and bringing in. And here it's the decision and the promise to not give up, to stay determined, and to not forget about our goals. That's what I got from all of this artwork, plus this artwork and keyword, abundance, or title, it's a title. This artwork and intent and hunger, and this artwork and decision. So we didn't get a animal except for here and in the queen, and actually also in the magus, right? Because, yeah. But we did get a primal strength, a primal power. So maybe that counts as some form of animalistic, incredible strength. Well, I'm not sure if this was a successful intuitive reading. You let me know. You be the judge of that. This was again a reading for the collective, and now all I have left as a deck to interpret is this one. So I'm going to end with this one, but I'll do that another time because I might just be too tired for this at this point. Okay. Okay, so it's the next day in the morning, and I really wanted to pull one last card from the Triumphi deck. on last night's reading, actually. It's the reading for the collective. It was a long one, and I feel a very vague one in a sense. It's new for me, right? To read fully intuitive, and to read fully intuitively for myself is one thing, but for others, including others, might be kind of new, must admit. You might not think it's such a big difference, tarot from oracle, but to me it kind of is. It's just the way my brain works, I guess, and the way I usually read cards, right? It's a different type of practice. I'm not saying anything is better than one is better than the other. I'm just saying there are different styles, right? Which is exactly why people are attracted to one reader and not the other. So I pulled this card, and this is immediately giving me, because I was talking about basically spirituality and sharing our ideas with each other and hopefully inspiring each other, right? With that and becoming more powerful within the thing that interests us. We don't need to explain ourselves to the rest of the world, right? You don't need to explain your practice to the rest of the world. But what would be interesting is to uncover really what is underneath the surface, right? To uncover maybe the whys and the reasons we even need a practice. That might be so weird, but did that thought ever cross your mind? Not just what does your practice do for you, but why do you even need a practice? Because not everybody needs a spiritual practice, although I might have my own ideas on that. I think everybody would be better off with a bit of a spiritual practice. But still, everybody's different. There's so many different individuals in the world. I think even then, I'm saying we wouldn't be better off as a whole. We would still have fights and wars and, yeah, definitely disagreements like we do now. So it wouldn't make anything better except for perhaps the fact that each individual within their own personal private life, the time spent alone would maybe be a little bit more beautiful and healthy. Again, it is about taking care of oneself. This can be seen as a type of mummy that's bandaged, but at the same time, I already kind of said it using that verb, they could be bandages. It could be a form of healing. We shouldn't be ashamed of our spiritual ideas. There isn't a protocol to follow. And if you chose a type of spirituality where there is a protocol, that was hopefully your choice, or that at least hopefully suits your wishes and suits your personality and suits your life and suits what you want your life to be. You see how I'm so much into that create your own world, create your own paradigm idea? The spirituality came up, and what does that mean and what does that give us? Why exactly do we have a spiritual practice? Well, first of all, it's because we are interested in it, right? We feel the need to learn about that, or at least wanting to learn, wanting to explore, be the seeker. It's very interesting. All the rabbit holes are all fascinating. But also, what does that spiritual practice give you? Because it doesn't have to look any certain way. Anyway, for the collective, this card looks like a card full of secrets that need to be uncovered, asking the right questions, pulling on the correct threads and seeing really how this story unfolds or unwinds in this sense. Also, it's giving me very much, what's it called? Sleeping Beauty? The spindle? Is that what it is? Because also that looks like a thorn. So once you uncover it, will you prick yourself on the thorn, or will there be a much clearer view on the situation? Who knows? Okay, I'll stop rambling now because I feel this video, I feel like I tried. I feel like I tried doing this. What do you think of this experiment? I feel like with one card readings, I get much more out of it. Now I'm trying to tie this one to yesterday's reading where I used all the cards, and I kind of feel like that was less clear, less successful. Might also just be my state of mind at the moment because I don't have that performance feeling that I get when I actually do readings for clients or do readings for other people. I still feel like I'm doing a reading for myself, which is, maybe you noticed that, is not getting me in the right mindset, the approach of the reading. So that might be a factor why I feel this wasn't my best. How do you feel I did? How do you feel I did? I know I asked a similar question yesterday. How do you feel this experiment worked? Could it possibly work using tarot as oracle in another way? Could I use a different technique? Because I was thinking also using the decks with the keywords and then making spreads with that, like turmoil, disorder. What is my turmoil? And you pull a card. Dedicated, adamant. What could be my dedication? That's interesting for yesterday. And then here, this is wealth arising. Well, what is arising? That's actually a pretty balanced tarot spread right there. So let me know. I mean, did I do my own tag justice? Because I feel maybe I can get more out of this. On the other hand, I'm also kind of looking forward towards just going back to reading tarot as I always do, because this has been a vlog style video, meaning over the course of several weeks, and yeah, no longer feeling it. So I realize I'm posting a fail here, or at least it feels like not a win, at least. But maybe that's also okay. Not everything has to be aesthetically pleasing. Not everything has to reach 1,000 or more views. Not everything has to be that video format of introduction, then you show cards, tarot tube, right? You show cards. And then in the end, you end with this very clear and concise conclusion, which I don't feel I have at this point. So, am I posting the fail just to make that statement? No, but it's part of it. It is, I'll be honest. This was my own experiment, and I know some people joined me, off screen. I would love to hear your experiences with this, because for me, it started off really well until I tried to take it a step further. This is what it is right now, and what was on my mind. I hope you got something out of it. So have a wonderful week. Much love. And don't leave yet. I do actually have a video in mind that I'll link in the screen that you'll probably like as well. If you're new here, consider subscribing. It actually does help my tiny channel. Not every video is like this. Maybe like the video. I hope you can participate to the conversation in the comments. That is the most interesting thing for me. So I'll see you next week.